Well, I survived the 10 turns. Okay, I figured out how to use that spirit. You can let the spirit have between 0 and 4 AP around. And it seems that your shaman permanently loses 1 AP while you have it. The more AP you give it, the higher the chance it will escape your control, and when that happens, it actually becomes an enemy, and enemies don't attack it anymore. And it seems to become an enemy with like 2 or 3 AP. It becomes really hard to deal with, so I let it be a sponge for a while, and then the longer it summons, the higher the percent chance it'll escape each time, and so I let it go when it was 37%. Okay, so we are... so you're here. No line of sight. Yeah, we kind of just need to get out of here. You know? Like, as in, run our asses off. I probably should have healed my Decker, because he's gonna die. Nice grenades would have been nice right in that pile. He takes some damage, but not a lot of damage. The big dude, yeah. Fortunately, he seems to be a little slow these days. Here. Let's see. Advanced medkit. If I go 1 here, can I use the medkit on him now? No, it would take too much AP. Alright. I could heal and then use 1 AP and be stuck here. He is getting low. I don't want him to be in the back, obviously. That's what I was hoping wouldn't happen. These little bots. I did my best to kill as many people as I could before it got too hairy, but this guy obviously is spinning up. There you go. I think we made it. I decided to still go the honor route, you know, and use her hacking up thing because it seemed to make the team happy. We didn't get the Voss. Edgar raises from her corpse-strewn perch at your approach. From the look on her face, it's obvious that she's already sized up the situation. I knew this was going to happen. Fucking knew it. The run was a trap. Monica didn't make it. We probably got ourselves. Yeah, the run was a trap. Oh, it was it? She grits her teeth and shakes her head. We can talk about this later. For now, we've got to get the hell out of here. It only matters of time before more of them come pouring out of that exit. She slaps the side of the van. Pile in, people. And Steel Fleet, when we get back to Kreuzbasar, we're going to have a little talk. Kreuzbasar, home to nearly 500,000 people, and until very recently, Monica Schaffer. Once a melting pot of cultural diversity, it's now a chaotic mess of wealth and poverty, crime and commerce, anarchy and control. It's also home to your own little slice of Berlin, a neighborhood that locals call the Kreuzbasar. I'm not going to pronounce these German names. A safe point in the eye of the storm. The ride back to the Kreuzbasar is quiet. None of them is talking. No one's in a talking mood. As the van veers past potholes and garbage piles, the glare of street lights and neon signs plays across your window, painting the world in a kaleidoscope of garish colors. Soon the van rounds the corner and gets to a halt in a narrow, crumbling alley. This is as far as Berlin chaotic streets will take you. Your team wordlessly debarks the vehicle and climbs down into a disused section of the U-Bahn tunnel system. A well-kept secret, providing your team safe passage into the Kreuzbasar. Your safe house waits on the other side. Let's get inside. Can't happen fast enough, love. The sooner we get, the sooner I can get drunk. Nothing to pick up. There we go. You step inside, and the squalor of the disused U-Bahn tunnel gives way to the warmth of your safe house. A man waits inside, silhouetted against the dim fluorescent lighting. Something bad has happened, hasn't it? He steps forward, revealing a pale and expressionless face, light glinting off steel-rimmed glasses. Paul Amsel, your team's fixer and landlord. Part deal maker, part information broker. One of the most well-connected men in Berlin. His eyes sweep across the team as he takes it all in. The grim faces, the hard stares, Egger's fury, Monica's absence. I had a feeling. How did she? His face gone ashen. He swallows. Takes a moment to chew the words before spitting them out. How did it happen? Decking 2. Something in the vault security system cooked her brain. It was too quick to be black ice. Rory nods, her motions robotic and spare. Monica died of biofeedback-induced stroke. That's right. Edgar thrust a gloved finger into your chest, and this idiot stood by and let it happen. Let it happen. Yeah, say nothing. Interesting choice. I'll just say nothing. What, nothing to say about that, rookie? If I'd been in your place, Monica would still be alive and with us. Instead, I left her with you, and now my friend is a corpse in a basement. Look, Edgar, you weren't stuck in that basement with us. You don't know how things went down in there. So do us all a favor and shut it down, okay? Shut it down? Fuck that. Edgar turns his face to Dietrich. She towers over him, but he stands his ground. I respect you, Dietrich, you know that. But you don't have my training, none of you have. Monica was good, she was the best, right? But she was also overconfident. She treated the job like it was a game. Do that long enough and you're gonna get burned. Edgar turns focus back to you. If you'd been paying attention, you'd have figured all this out on your own by now. You'd have known that Monica needed watching as much as that door. Enough, Edgar. Amsel's voice is hoarse, his expression blank. Enough. Edgar pushes ahead, heedless of the interruption. Her voice remains measured, but there's fire in her eyes. How many seconds pass between Monica's first convulsion and her plug getting pulled? 4, 5? Do you know how much damage biofeed can do to Decker's brain in 5 seconds? Look. This won't. You don't have to answer that. Of course you know. Monica died while you stood there and watched. This is all your... That's enough. Ham's voice comes out in a roar. His fist smashes down on the desk behind him. Edgar, you and Steel Fleet can have it out later. But I've had enough. We need to talk action. Our client set you into something much bigger than he led us to believe. I want to know why. Right there with you, this was supposed to be a milk run. Dayback isn't the only reason we need to find him. We saw something back there, something that we weren't supposed to see. It's fair to assume that we're still in danger. He paused, rubbed his temples. Agreed. And to neutralize that danger, we need to know who we are dealing with. Let us review the events that transpired tonight. The smallest detail could be important, so hold nothing back. Monica lived long enough to say a name. Frischwig. She fought hard to tell us. It must be important. Amber seems taken aback. He paused for a moment before responding. The fire wing. This is unexpected. You'll have to forgive me. This brings back many unpleasant memories. Goy raises an eyebrow. The fire wing? The most terrible of the great dragons. There are those who would disagree, but they never experienced the terror of living in her shadow. He glanced at Glory. You are far too young to remember her, of course, but for the Germans of my generation, the name Frischwing is synonymous with chaos, destruction, and death. The dragons of today are subtle creatures, full of patience and guile. Frischwing was not. After her awakening, she went on a 4-month rampage that claimed tens of thousands of lives. Amsel takes a deep breath, slowly releases it. There's a haunted look in his eyes. Those were dark days. Countless men, women, and children were slaughtered, roasted alive in the homes by a creature of legend. No hope for salvation and no end in sight. I'm sorry you cannot begin to understand. What stopped her? Can't imagine the rampage dragon would just go away on its own. Eventually the firewing was brought down by a man named Dr. Adrian Vauclair. Well, with the help of Luftwaffe, of course. But it was experimental weapons designed by Dr. Vauclair that finally pierced her hide. She fell in a hail of bullets and rocket fire, crashed down in the radioactive wastelands of the Sucks. This event was called the Dragonfall. Safe at last from the dragon's wrath, Germany celebrated Volklek as a hero. Our own Siegfried, a modern-day dragon slayer. My own family practically worshipped the man. The Dragonfall was as important as events as you make it out to be. I'm surprised that I've never heard of it. Those early years of the Awakening were traumatic, Edgar. Not just our national level, on a global scale. New species of awakened animals were being discovered daily. Within 2 years of the Dragonfall, the active use of magic had returned to the world, a new source of terror for a bewildered public. And in 2021, the sudden emergence of orcs and trolls gave rise to yet another wave of global panic. In light of such turmoil, is there any surprise that Dr. Vauclair and the Fire were forgotten? Dragons were yesterday's news. He rubbed his temples. Again, all this happened decades ago. To the best of my knowledge, the story of First Witch is a bit historical trivia, nothing more. Alright, so Monica spent her dying breath trying to tell us about a long-dead dragon. Edgar sweeps her eyes across the room, searching for a glimmer of insight. Finally, she gives up. Any ideas as to why? Amsel's voice trembles with frustration. Nope. Doesn't make any more sense to me than it does to you. Dragonfall is ancient history. First Reeks has been dead and gone for 42 years. There's one thing that I do know. Whatever Monica saw, whatever she was trying to tell us, it was important. He visibly struggles to calm himself, takes a deep breath, and slowly releases it. I will look into this, and I will find answers. In the meantime, did you turn up anything of value? Mm-hmm. The estate was just a front for whatever was going on in the basement. After everything went to hell, we were confronted by an orc in military-grade armor. He appeared to be the head of security. There is not much to go on. Any details about this orc come to mind? Any distinguishing features I could look into? He was an older guy, for one. From the sound of his voice, I'm guessing mid to late 40s. Pretty old for an orc. And he had skin grafts. Most of his face looked like replacement material. If the grafts came from a legitimate hospital, there may be medical records. Well, that's something. I'll see what I can find out. Did you notice anything else during the run that may be of value? The estate was just a front for what was going on in the basement. That much is clear. It wasn't a minor enterprise either. The facility looked serious, took serious funds to build it. And time. There was more to it than we saw. Places like that don't spring up overnight. And all in secret. The owners, whoever they may be, were none too pleased by your escape, I'm sure. What else did you find? That's all we got. That's not much. Amsel nods, his face drawn and haggard. It is thin, I agree. A basement, middle-aged orc with skin grafts and long-forgotten world event. Wait, we're still missing something. Who paid for this run? I don't know his exact identity. I did not set up the run. Monica did. His face reddens. I wonder. I told him how to take the job, but she assured me it would be a cakewalk. Monica was approached recently by a man who calls himself Green Winters. He used to be a prominent activist at the upstate political scene. I never much liked the man, and I certainly never trusted him. Monica, she would do anything for her cause. Anything for the Flux state. Winters swore that the data he was after was crucial to ensuring the future stability of the Flux. And that was all it took. Sounds like Green Winters is our best lead, then. Yes, most definitely. It's clear that the Green Winters has involved us in something much larger than he led Monica to believe. When he finds out what happened on the run, he's probably gonna grab it. We need to chase him down before that happens. Any leads? There's a man here in the Kreuzbasar, a Turk named Altsuk, blah 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 blah, Turkish name. He owns a little soy calf shop just down the way called Cafe Chavez. Says German, goddammit. This man is also a purveyor of information. I have done business with him from time to time. And you think he would know something about Green Winters? When I discovered Monica's renewed association with Green Winters, I contacted Altug. One of his people has been keeping tabs on Winters ever since. As I said, I did not trust the man. For good reason, it seems. Based on cautions in our line of work, should I go meet with him then? Oh yes, tell him I sent you. I'll do what I can to dig in the information that you've uncovered already, sparse though it may be. Karma gain 5, new objective. Look, Dante the doggy. What is the poochie? Look at the puppy wuppy. Hamzo peers at you apprehensively as Azurblad sheds expression grim. Did you get the information at Green Winters? No, not yet. Then please continue working. We need to find that man. Each turns his head as you approach. His aging face is traced with a network of faint scars, the legacy of too many fights over too many years. While he still retains a degree of strength and vigor, he obviously that the shaman you see today is a shadow of his former self. Despite all of this, air is still in an aura of power surrounding the man. He raises his bottle, offering it to you. Steelfleet, welcome. I've got a bottle of schnapps that needs sharing, and I've got a fallen comrade to drink too. Take the bottle. To Monica. Prost. The liquor in the bottle is crystal clear, and as you raise it, you catch the intoxicating whiff of cloves and caramel. It tastes sweet. Tastes of sweet corn and walnuts with a lingering aftertaste of buttery toffee. Swallow a swig, then return the bottle to Dietrich's outstretched hand. He takes a long pull in the bottle and then locks eyes with you. Let me ask you a question, Steelfleet. What made you choose to come to Berlin? I had my reasons. Such as, come on, boss. I'm just trying to figure out who I'm working for here. I think I deserve to know that much. Member of my old crew betrayed me. Ain't that a pisser? I can handle all sorts of things, but betrayal always makes me see red. Right there with you. I ventilated this son of a bitch before I left. Ruthplex. He raised the bottle and salute and takes another swig. Bastard deserved no less. In your position, I've done the same thing. So after all that this went down, you decided to bail out of the Ruthplex. It's not really Ruth, it's Ruhrplex, and head to Berlin. But, you know, lazy tongue and all that. Am I getting that right? I was admit to it, not, but yeah. So you came back to Berlin and to Monica. She raises the bottle again and closes his eyes and takes a long drink. After the moment has passed, he returns attention to you. It all comes back to our girl, doesn't it? So let me ask you, just what was your relationship with Monica anyway? I know you two knew each other way back, but she was pretty coy about those things. We're treading into dangerously personal territory here. Are you always this inquisitive? Yep, I suppose. My life's an open book, so I guess I just sort of figured that everyone else will be too. So how about it? Want to fill me in? We were very close. Figured as much. Not from anything you or Monica said. I just had a suspicion. Well, anyway, good on you both. He raises his bottle to you and salute. She was a wonderful woman, and I hope that your time together was happy. Anyway, take enough of your time, and the bottle's almost empty. Thanks for taking time to talk. For what it's worth, I'm happy you're here with us. Ichi takes a final pull in the bottle and tips it forward, pouring the rest on the ground. Rest in peace, Monica. We'll miss you, girl. You need a puppy wuppies. As you start towards the safe house door, a large four-legged form steps around the corner. Dante, Monica's dog, an enormous mongrel of indeterminate breed. A low whimper emerges as he enters the room, head hanging low. Oh shit, Dante. Dietrich shakes his head. Don't worry, boy. We'll look after you. The sight of Monica's dog and his eyes well up. He inhales but can't quite catch his breath. He started whimpering about an hour ago. Turned to a full-blown howl, won't stop. He closed his eyes. That's when I realized something bad had happened. Looking down into those huge brown eyes, you see intelligence and sadness. And lets out a small whine and rubs his head against you. Give Monica's bag of soy jerk treats off the table and give him one. He takes the treat in his mouth, but it's clear he has no appetite for it, and the jerky just drops to the floor. He leans into you and looks up mournfully, pressing his ribs against your leg. Guess the dog is going with you, Steelfleet. Moose takes a ragged breath and realizes it. Then a slow, melancholy smile plays across his face. Well, perhaps a part of Monica lives on in Dante. Return to the safe house when you're finished with Altok Meinfrud. With a little luck, you can help us locate Green Winters. And we can go to the bottom of this. And now I think we should all take a moment. His tune lightens up. For Monica. He just keeps following my happy ass around. I'm looking for stuff to steal, man. That's the streets. I really don't want to go to the streets. There's still more people to talk to. There's more dialogue. There's more story. These are episodic. So you have to talk to people. Oh, this must be your equip stash. Yes, it is. Oh, boy. Only got 5 karma. It's not really enough to do much with. Iger. She don't like me. Fuck her. She glares at you, and you can taste bile in her stare. She clearly still blames you for Monica's death. Something I can do for your fearless leader? We need to talk about Monica. No, right now we don't. Don't push me on this Steelfleet. One of these days, we're gonna hash it out, and you can talk all you like about a clusterfuck that killed my best friend. Won't be today. Alright, I get it. Fair enough, but before I go, I have something else to say. Spit it out then, let's hear it. You're wrong about me. I intend to prove that too. She stares at you for a moment and looks away. Best of luck with that, Steelfleet. Now please leave me alone. You owe me an apology. I had no right to call me out like that in front of the team. You want to step away from me, Steelfleet, right now? Glory is beautiful in a wafer sort of way. Her features are almost elvish in the delicacy, but there's something cold about her that you find slightly unsettling. What's more unsettling is her chrome. Her chrome. Glory is rocking a heavy load out of cyberware. From head to toe, she looks to be composed of more plastic and metal than she is of skin and bone. In the shadows, individuals such as these are anything but uncommon, but Glory cyberware is first generation, all of it. Bulky, invasive, practically museum pieces. This chrome was obsolete well before she was born. Steel fleet. Glory shifts her gaze to you, but her expression is cold and placid as always. Can I help you? How you holding up? Don't worry about me, I'm solid. You look like you're a million miles away. I'll be with you when it counts. Right now, it doesn't. I have a question of the personal kind. I'm not big on sharing sports. I'm not big on sharing sport. Personal reasons. You understand, I'm sure. The edge of her voice tells you she's not interested in continuing this conversation. If you ever want to run with me again, of course we have our secrets. But if you ever want to talk, I'm here. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Go away, doggy. I can't have this big ass mutt mongrel following my little. I'm not a dog man. I'm a cat man. I like ducks, but. We got a mongrel now. He don't want treats. He wants companionship. Puppy, puppy. Oh, you can drag the camera around with the right mouse button. You can zoom out and in with the mouse wheel. Everything's good. Alright, here we go. Let's talk to some people. The dwarfish tech vendor smiles at you with practiced ease. Her almond eyes twinkle with a glare from a dozen trid screens. She speaks in a clipped, heavy accent of German. Welcome to Data Heaven. Can I help you? Need some tech, and I'm on a tight schedule. Show me what you've got. Kinds of tech do you carry? Anything and everything. Need a new deck, some software. She taps a painted fingernail against the molded plastic of her data jack, or maybe you're a rigger like I am. Perhaps I can interest you in a new drone or two. Sounds always. Let's see what you got. Okay, programs for ESPs, items. What's my money at? 1,250. Yeah, that's right. I own this one. Yeah. The first deck made for Shadowrunner, simple, street ready, and nearly indestructible. Unraku's best deck, easily modified for the streets. A lot of programs. Guess I'll get it. Reduces alarm state, that's that one that they had. Let's see. Firewall level 1. Killer. Yeah. Powerful attack program. Heals yourself or a friendly target. Yeah. Yeah. Incoming damage from attack is reduced by 15 for 4 rounds. That's the shield one. Executive attack. Yeah. Basic attack program, you know. Degrade's kind of fun. Suppression might be useful. But, we can do killer level 1, I suppose, and medic level 1. There you go. Better put that in stash. And better equip that. And I'd better equip this. Full, in stash, equipped. Decks, drones. How do I equip that? It says it's in stash. Nope. Alright, there you go. Only need one deck. Yep. Better sell this one. Alright. Now you have just a little more money. Blaster, you know. Wait, what? Revert. Exit. Gear. This is the one I just bought, right? Yeah. Okay. For some strange reason, I thought that I'd, you know, yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine. Area effect that deals 50 to everything. So it says I own this, but I just sold it back to you. That's what confused the shit out of me. Anyway, increases your chance of hitting against an enemy. I've seen deckers. Shield, firewall. I think I like that one. I wonder if erosion compounds with degrade. It might. There you go. See, this is in my stash. And I don't know how to equip it. I don't know. Probably just missing something. Donations for the soup kitchen have slowed down, Sam. I'm not surprised. Altruism often comes with an expiration date. Before you stands a troll, though it's a stretch to say he's standing at all. His great mass is barely held up upright by two vintage prosthetic legs. Along with a crutch under one arm, his body clicks and hums with every shift of his weight. Despite these disabilities, his eyes are sharp and calculating. Do I know you? If you know Monica. Sure, I know Monica. You one of hers, then? There's something you should know about Monica. What happened to her on the run? You know something about it? Just what my eyes and ears tell me. I had a feeling, besides Monica almost always come around here after a run to check on everybody. She's long overdue. Now here you are in her place. So she's either severely wounded, or outright dead, which is it? I'm afraid she's gone. Grizzled troll nods grimly. The servos in his prosthetic complain as he lets loose a heavy sigh. Now that is a shame. She was one hell of a runner, that one. And a good friend. I'm Steelfleet, by the way. Good to meet you, Steelfleet. Name's Alex Line. What's your place here? No place really, just an old relic rusting away. I'll leave you be. At the sound of your approach, the orc turns to face you. He wears a severe expression, but has cast kindness in his eyes. I couldn't help overhearing your conversation. I take it you want to share some for... You know, as it isn't much, but we do what we can, such as... Give me specifics. Goes to start, then begins to count off on his fingers. In the past several years, I have established a shelter where the dispossessed can sleep, a sound kitchen to feed the a soup kitchen to feed the hungry, and a library for people of the cities to better themselves. It isn't much, I admit, but it's a start. A good start, Samuel. You mustn't be so hard on yourself. There are limits to what one man, even a determined man, can accomplish. Oh, this is true. He nods his to the orc at his side. Thankfully, some of the residents that I've helped over the years have come back around to help me. I've gotten 15 assorted orcs and trolls from all around working for me now. They help me in the soup line. Stock the library shelves and do all of the hundreds of other little things that a community organization needs to do every day. These extraordinary individuals are living proof that What we do here has value. They are my inspiration to continue forward. She beams at the compliment. From her body language, it's clear she idolizes Beckenbrock. Now, do you have more questions? If not, I will bid you goodbye. I don't wish to sound self-important or rude, but there are many pressing matters that demand my time. 15 assorted orcs and trolls. Does that mean other races aren't welcome within your organization? That's taking a rather narrow view of what we do, yes. It is true that my assistants are all members of the goblinoid races. It's also true that before they accept my help, they were thieves, gangers, and deadbeats. It's not because they were bad people. It's because those of us with goblinoid traits are feared, mistreated, and denied gainful employment by society that hates us. I hire only goblinoids because mainstream human society has created a need for me to hire only goblinoids. The orcs and trolls of the city deserve a place where they will be treated with dignity and respect. All that being said, our services are available to all. We wouldn't turn a desperate person away, regardless of the person's metatype. Even humans, the most privileged of all races, are welcome at our door. Isn't that what's most important? I'll reserve judgment. You're helping people, and that's what's important. Good of you to understand. Now, is there something else I'd like to talk about? Your organization? Yeah, of course. Are you accepting donations? Yes, of course. We're desperate for them, truth be told. People seem more intent on taking care of themselves than on providing for less fortunate. Of course, those concepts are not unrelated. As poverty rates increase, so does the crime rate. Assisting the needy in case increases the quality of life for all. I have only 10. In any event, our shelter has some basic needs that desperately need to be filled. The walls of the shelter are not insulated, and new blankets would go a long way towards keeping our guests happy and comfortable. Ideally, we will purchase some space heaters as well. 250 new union, we could make a purchase. Whatever you could spare would be appreciated. Have 10. Accept your donation. Thank you, Steel Fleet. Every little bit helps. I wish I could do more, but money's tight. With the contribution, we now have 10 saved towards 250. Alright. So I don't even have 50. Very well, thanks for your help. No questions. Just passing by. Well, Uba Vault platform. Sounds like Uba Vault. It's just... I don't think there's anything here for me right now. Oh, you don't want to get shocked the shit out of by going down there? Aw, man. Alright, whatever. There's nothing for me here. I said there's nothing for me here. Get... There we go. Jeez. And nothing else to talk... No one else to talk to. Oh, this person. Probably an armor dealer. Magic medicine. This elf has clearly seen better days. His skin is weathered and emaciated, although it's been stretched too tightly over his frame. Track marks line his crooks of his arms, and dirty bandages wrap his knuckles. Despite all of this, he seems cheerful enough. The elf fixes his twinkle, bugged-out eyes on yours and offers you a broad smile, displaying a set of impossibly white teeth. When he speaks to you, his voice is surprisingly deep. Guten Tag, mein Fjord. Here for some magic? Because Zach Flash, he gestures himself with dramatic flourishes. Your magic man. Magic? Are you a street mage? Street mage me? Do I look like a street mage to you? He shakes his head, but the smile doesn't waver. He flashes a small bag of pills out of his back pocket, dangles it before your eyes. No chummer, I'm not a street mage. I've got the magic in my blood and the magic in these bags. But if you won't catch old Zalk studying any spell books. Interesting. Let's talk about something else. What's the deal with, let's see. What's up with the bandages in your hands? He snorts a short burst of laughter. He waggles his bandaged hands in front of you. Oh, these? Nothing much, chummer, nothing much. Tussled with spirit back in Amsterdam. You know, we elves are very spiritual people. Oh, come off it. Elves are not, on the whole, any more or less magical than anyone else. I'm in a position to know. Oh, come on, stop denying yourself. Embrace the power inside you. You got the mojo, just like me. Accept it. Flash low his voice to come. Spiritual whisper. Between you and me, my mojo is stronger than any crap wage mages. Take those rat scumbastards at the Aztecology. They cast spells all day and night, right? Fire this and lightning that. Just tossing them around like candy. Yep, that's what they do. Look, I don't mean to cut you off, but I've got things to do. You want to make a sale or not? Yeah, look, I gotta run. Catch you later. Or how about right? Well, me, I'm just doing my thing, not casting spells. I'm storing up my energy, saving it. Can you imagine how much magic I have? I don't think that's how it works, Zach. Trust me, friend. I have secret knowledge. He slowly turns his head from side to side and gives you a good look at his upturned ears. Like I said, I don't have biotech. Ah. Fascinating. Well, gotta run. Take care. I mean, biotech. How am I gonna get biotech from? See, let's see. It's not body. It's probably intelligence somewhere. Or, yeah, let's see. Decking, drone control, willpower, charisma. I see no biotech here. Chi casting, spell casting. Yeah. Drone combat, drone control, ESP control. Can equip Finch Fox. Increases your chance to hit enemies. Can equip the Farlight Excalibur. Biotech, there it is. Intelligence, certainly. Grants a bonus to the hit point recovery when you use a med kit. I might do biotech. Decking. But if you do biotech for intelligence, that would be the drone control. That would be... So I did 3 things. I did willpower, close combat, and unarmed. And I didn't have enough karma. This would be intelligence, the governing skill. Decking and ESP control. There wouldn't be enough left over for biotech. Unless... I mean, it just seems like there's a lot of biotech options. I don't know. Maybe I'll be instead of, like, his Decker's expert systems programs in the Matrix. See, that's going to help, you know, the power of his programs. But, I'll do it. I'll give myself biotech. Let's deal with these special concoctions. His grin broadens even further. His mouth is disturbingly large, and there's something menacing about the sight of those 2 white teeth. This is the real deal, chummer. Any proprietary blend, designed and delivered by yours truly, pharmaceutical grade, kamikaze cut with genuine spirit residue from the tree and then from the tier, and mixed with my secret blend of herbs and spices. He produces a small packet filled with iridescent purple granulates from the pockets of his dirty jeans. You want to get high? Buy some Nova Coke and throw yourself off a party. But if you want to soar, you get yourself some Flash. Nah, I changed my mind. I can't look at his ears anymore. That's some bullshit. Oh, whatever. Simmy. Warming herself in the dim light of a dying street lamp is a waif of a girl who looks far too worn for her years. The Mother Superior, she says there will be 7 for me to care for. I need to see them. I wasn't aware of any convent church nearby. She's there when I close my eyes. And I'm Maria. She says I'm to be governess of the children. You notice a chipjack poking out beneath the young woman's unruly hair. The vacant look in her eyes marks her as likely a BTL junkie lost between reality and any number of better-than-life virtual constructs. I need money to get back to them. The story sounds familiar. Captain Von Trapp is very well known and respected. The poor dear lost his wife, and the children their mother. A child should not be without a mother, and a mother should not be without a child. Do you know Monica? Monica? She one of the sisters of the Abbey? No, wait, Monica. A flicker of recognition flashes through her A's in the young woman's eyes. Yes, Monica. She's good to me. Brings me food to eat and tea to drink. I'm afraid I have some bad news. About the woman's persistent delirium, she seems glean meat from your tone. She died? I'm sorry. She did. The girl grips her head with claw-like hands, tugging at her hair as if she might pull her brain out through her skull. I don't like this, but I can't switch it off. The girl's frail body shudders, and her eyes grow large. But she does not sob. Instead, she smiles a sad smile, which looks to have been worn all too often. She will go to heaven, she told me. And it is a place for good people, stillborn babies, and childhood pets. and she was a good person. The girl begins to mumble to herself while fingering the hair that covers the jack in her head. I'm going to step away now. Yes, good, I need to rejoin the children. Statue. A bizarre monument towers before you. On the top of the pedestal is the form of an angel stands, its outstretched wings looming over the small park, but the material is strange and uneven, giving the statue a cold Frankenstein-esque appearance. It appears that the artist has welded this monument together from various metal scraps and pieces of junk. As you approach, a small grimy monitor at the base of the statue flickers dimly to life. The grainy face of a smug young orc appears on the screen. Hello there, I'm Herbert Kunzel, the creator of this monument. What would you like to know? Statue name. This is my tribute to Victory, the victory of anarchy. It's both a citation and parody of the statue we destroyed some 20 years ago. You may remember it from the history as the Sang Salutes, or Gold's installation history. Isn't it obvious? The Saig Saul monument to the hubris of the Prussian state gets blown to bits. So someone takes a lot of bits and builds a monument to the hubris of anarchy. About the artist. I'm a visionary, Herbert Kutz from the London. You might know me from... Okay, well, there isn't much I'm known for yet, but I intend to change that. All art is born from misery, after all. Step away from the statue. Absolutely. Phone rings. Pick up the receiver. A monotone pitch adjusted voice begins speaking almost immediately. The Schrock's Felix Schrock's contact for this guise is no more. Steel Fleet is listed as a follow-up contact. This is our only secure line to guys. Please listen and follow the instructions carefully if you are a supporter of our cause. Continue listening. We have a phone booth in strategic locations throughout the city. Within each one, you may find requested posts for specific information. You can obtain a copy of this information, return here, and submit via the port below the receiver. We will verify the authenticity of information remotely and post an undocked copy of it under the matrix ourselves. It is our state goal for this information to remain free to all. However, you will be compensated for sought-after information returned to this location. The line goes silent. Hang up the receiver. And that, my friend, seems to be everything around here. So I'm going to be a biotech decker, and my shit in the Matrix is going to slightly suck. Great. Yeah, cybernetics. Triage Cyber Clinic. Well, I can't. I'm not buying cyberware. Maybe I could, though. Like boosted reflexes or something, because I'm a decker now. As you approach the elf, you notice that he is in mid-conversation. His lips move rapidly and his voice comes out in a low, quiet tone. The glossy plastic shell of a high-grade comlink glistens on his wrist. Listen on his conversation. Doing your best to look uninterested, you lean slightly and strain your ears. You find that you can make out the doctor's end of the conversation. No, the price I'm quoting you is more than fair. Well below mark value, in fact. If you can't pay it, that's your problem. Yes, I know the price has gone up. This is a seller's market. Well, then you'll just have to find the money or go without. I'm sorry, but I have to go. I have a patient. He presses a button on his comlink and looks up at you. $1,000,000 smile on his face. Sorry about the wait, my friend. Welcome to the Triage Cyber Clinic. I am Dr. Xavier Eggerson. Your name is? Shakes his head. Steel Fleet. A pleasure. Nice to meet you, Steel Fleet. What can I do for you today? I need medical supplies. I need cyberware. What does this do? Add 6 hit points. A data jack. A favorite. A data jack concealed inside of a cyber eye. A favorite of spies and infiltrators. Oh. It's an eye that's also a data jack, so that's interesting. Induction data jack. Useful for deckers and riggers who don't want to sacrifice valuable headwear space. Oh yeah. See. Basic yet powerful. Mental machine replacement for your legs. That's 8 hit points and a quickness point. That might be useful. My essence is down to 5.5. Instead of 6. Like, what do I have? A data jack. I can't believe it takes half an essence for this data jack. Anyway. I'm not trying to, fuck, I was trying to go back to the screen just so I could read more of it, but whatever, we'll come back to that later. It's nothing I can afford anyway. I spent all my money on a deck. Anything to pick up? Anything to be happy about? It looks to me like Gurel met back. The Romani Patriarch is an impressive figure, an enormous man in his late 60s, burly and broad-chested despite his age. His voice is deep and resonant, and his breath is heavy with the stench of pipe tobacco. Tavin Boxtack Elf, you're here to conduct some business? If so, I welcome you to Medic's arms and ammunition. If not, keep walking on by. I was actually hoping to ask you a few questions. You make a purchase, you can ask me many questions you like. Homer's mouth twitches upward. Make a big enough purchase, and who knows, I might even answer a few. Not anything right now. I'll be on my way. His face hardens after a brief pause. He gives you a curt nod. Very well, Gadio. But if you come around again, you come with money, and you come to buy. He makes a showy motion. Move along. So you can get some med packs from that guy. Alright, fine. It's fine. Ooh, a whore. Ooh, I love whores. Dancer's bag. Toss 5 into the bag. I'll toss 5 into the bag. Whatever. Not that it matters much. And there's even more to explore. This place is huge. Damn, there's a lot of people and everything. Well, there's Trail Rammer, which is probably a fetish shop. So, and I don't mean that kind of fetish. Shadowrun fetish. Yep. Looks that way, and I don't really need anything here, so I'll probably just leave. Magic's not this character's bag, after all. David. Just David. A pair of round eyes peers up at you from under the hood of a grime-smeared winter coat. You recognize him as David, one of the city street kids. If you had to guess, you'd place him in his mid-teens, though it's difficult to tell beneath the grime and arcane markings of his face. You've seen him following Monica around between runs, chasing her heels like a lost puppy. She always seemed to have a soft spot for the kid. Oh, hi, Steelfleet. If you see Monica around, I've been looking all over for her. I'm afraid I got some bad news for you, kid. Kid blinks, blank expression on his face. She's dead, isn't she? It was horrible. I'm sorry, kid. We all are. Yeah, look, I think I want to be alone right now. Cafe. Yeah, there you go. It's a story item right here. And I think we're going to have to do with the cafe next time. I need to save, and it's getting a little late, so I will see you guys next episode. Thank you so much for watching. We're going next to the main menu. We're going to save and quit. It's been a pleasure, as always.